this baby oil demon is continuing to get exposed. Just randomly, like in random podcasts with Terrence Howard, he's explaining how Puffy was trying to smash him from the back in all different types of angles. I'm like, yo, it's a very wild clip we're about to watch right here. The title of it is Puffy Tried to F Me. Terrence Howard reveals shocking Diddy meeting and Hollywood's dark secrets. Now, just looking at how Terrence Howard is dressed in this video right here, I mean, this is just giving me the impression that he's not out here saying all this stuff for clout specifically. Usually if someone's saying something for clout, they're going to be looking for attention. Also in the way that they dress. I mean, it's looking like he just finished coming from a monk retreat in the mountains, not talking to anyone for days, just straight on some because he got a whole entire carpet on his chest with another shirt underneath and no jewelry at all. I mean, he got a hoodie and a hat on. Like, it seems like he just doesn't be talking to anyone, but he's letting it out in this video right here. All right? So, I just went on a whole tangent, bro. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. So, what I did, this clip right here is only 6 minutes long, but I found where the clip was presented in the actual podcast itself, just so we can get like a cool little 1 to 2 minutes of context before he even starts mentioning how Diddy was trying to smash him from every single angle, being the diddler demon that he is. All right, so without further ado, let's see what's going on in this video.
Came and did the shakedown on everybody.
Why would they do that though?
Because they can.
Yeah, but when you think about movies like that, don't you think like the main guys make 10, 20 million on per picture?
Later on they do. Once they get the lock in, Robert was smart enough, because I bet you by the third one, he got his 20 million. You know, and I can't fault him. The shit that happened to me happened to me. That's just part of the business. You know, it eats you alive. It's not mean. It's just the nature of the monster.
So you were only in one of the Iron Men.
Just on one.
And what caused it not to come back? Because you were.
They said they were going in a different direction, in the character, because my character was supposed to take over the franchise, but Robert did such a brilliant job that they were like, okay, that's why they hired me first. Because my character was supposed to be Rhodes and was supposed to take over. So right. It was the most important part of it. But with the work that Robert did was so phenomenal. I mean, I became a fan of his for life, but he was so phenomenal that they allowed him, that he was able to continue that walk.
So on the second one, Rob, what does it say? That
$10 million up front.
To who?
To Robert Downey Jr., as well as back-end deals tied to the film's performance. And then for the third one, a salary of $10 million, with total earnings reportedly reaching $50 million which include profit participation.
I will say he earned it. I'm not mad at him. I should have watched my back door. I was so busy trying to help other people. I should have watched my own back door, and that's a lesson that you've got to learn. You can't take it personal.
Terrence, you work with a lot of guys in the space. Who was one where you were enamored, where you're on set and you're just watching saying, what was this all about? Who shocked you a little bit?
Oh, wow, that's a big question. That made me just sit there and take notes. Nick Nolte was the only one. Every take he came in, we applauded him. We gave him a standing ovation. Every take, every single take, because he was so dynamic in what he was doing. I've never met a better actor in my life that just shuts me up. I'm like, okay.
Nick Nolte was in the movie Warrior with Tom Hardy and Gavin O'Connor, I love that movie, but he was also in Blue Chip. Was he coaching Blue Chip with Shaq?
Coach in Blue Chip, yeah.
He was in coaching, yeah, wow. Yeah, he was...
My favorite performance of him is what he did in The Hulk. That conversation that he was having with Eric Bana, the conversation, he channeled everything. He never holds anything back. So I love actors that just really pours it out. Like, I can't keep up with Joaquin Phoenix no more. Joaquin has taken off. He's in a place where the disbelief that I can't do anymore, because I've been rooted into trying to.
So what's the first time you met him?
With who?
Joaquin.
Joaquin was when we were doing, he was nominated with me when we were doing, he was nominated for Walk the Line. I was nominated for Hustle and Flow. So we were in the whole circuit.
That's the first time.
That's the first time.
Did you guys ever do anything together? Never happened.
Nope.
Dude,
It was me,
this
him,
stuff
Heath
is-
Ledger. He was in the run with us. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman running with us.
That's the same. What
And
four
two of those
names?
people are dead now.
I know. Heath
Out
and
of the
Philip.
5, yeah.
Wow.
Out of the 5, that was us. So, there's a short life in
Why
the
do you
acting
think that
world.
is? With the creative side, is
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head, But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
what is that? What do you mean by that?
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm
Yo.
saying. You don't get
Patrick Bet David's face is disgusting. Yo. Nigga, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. Jeez. All right, I paused it at the best part. Let me continue. Damn.
you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right
wild, bro.
of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by
I mean, how
by
do you
some
not think there's going to be a consequence from, what I'm saying, bending over? They must really just be thinking about the record deal that they're getting or the cash advance. But, bro, nothing. Bro, that's like your entire dignity.
consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card.
And then, bro, then he clearly said Bieber, Justin Bieber. We've all seen the clip. Most of us have seen the clip of Justin Bieber visiting Diddy's crib when he was only 16 years old. I mean, Lord knows the way that Diddy took advantage of Justin Bieber at such a young age. Very impressionable, very easy to manipulate, bruh. And that's sad and unfortunate because he's at the age like where he can clearly that's a memory you can't get rid of.
You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting.
Demon.
Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. And I've appreciated you being here and talking to you in a big way. So thank you for coming and sharing.
Man ain't say one word. What are you talking about? This guy been sitting there, yo. Nah, he was probably talking in the podcast. It was 2 hours long.
You're understanding and helping me and understanding how they see the universe. I really appreciate it.
You know what's the best part about this? That you guys don't know each other. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I told you we may have somebody, but I never gave you a name.
Never did.
Until you came here, you guys met, so you did not know this was going to take place. I'm glad the connection was made. I'm sure you guys will exchange information and go. Yes. I mean, if there's somebody that's credible enough to help you in this journey as well, it's Dr. Yu. Dr. Yu, I appreciate you for coming out, truly. This was fantastic. Now I know you're here, so we will invite you in the future as well, because we're going to need it as we're going through other conversations. And Terrence, we're going to keep you posted on things we hear, and anybody that wants to go and get in contact with Terrence as well. The website's been given. We're going to put the link to the website below as well. Any final thoughts you have, Terrence, before we wrap up?
No, I'm saying do a proper evaluation. Don't just talk shit. Do the evaluation. Do the work, and then talk. After you've evaluated it.
Dr. Yu?
I just want to say the universe is actually not that complicated. If you understand the fundamental principle, starting from electron is a binary magnet, and you can understand the entire universe, physical world.
I love it. Appreciate you guys for coming on. This was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for your time. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
That's a wild way to end the podcast, but we do have to really show appreciation for Terrence Howard for even coming out and explaining this stuff, because it's a very sensitive topic, and it's this exact reason as to why Diddy's in jail right now. His trial's coming up May 5th, but this also has to make you question, why do they have specific agendas being pushed so heavily? At least when it comes with the LGBTQ and stuff like that. We've seen Target pushing it with a lot of different clothing, propaganda. And at the end of the day, the powers that be, whether it's the government or even the elites that are above the government, their main source of ego is power and control. And the main way that they're going to be able to control another individual is by taking away their integrity, their belief system, stripping them away of all of that, and making them weak. If they no longer have principles, a belief system, and they're weak, men can no longer lead. And men are supposed to be the leaders in society, so women can follow the lead in the right direction. But this is exactly why they try to not have men be strong, not have men have the ability to lead, so the government will lead everyone. So the elites can lead everyone, and no one can have their own thinking mind or principles or belief system, like I said. But comment down below what you guys think about this entire interview or anything that was mentioned in it. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I love you guys. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.